But where'd Dave go? Where is Dave?
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in figure action. I believe in figure action. Now roll that footage.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
And then he disappears. What?
You have no idea who Joe Hendry is, I bet.
No, I'm out of the loop on that. Wrestling.
Greatest entrance of all wrestlers right now.
Yeah, I'm out of the loop on all that.
I kid you not. Take 2 seconds and look up Joe Hendry's entrance. Yeah, dang man, I knocked off T-Man with that one.
Yeah, Big Lettering saying, "Congrats, your singing is scaring away T-Man."
Because we talk about Yo-Jo's and Transformers and all the toys. We got NECA, Fans Hobby, and all that noise. Because I believe in figure action.
It reminds me, I gotta make sure that we have that.
There's a wrestling fan who's watching this at some point, and they're appreciating what I am doing. I assure you.
Nobody would do that.
What did you do? You put in your headset? It just kicked you.
No, it wouldn't connect to my headset. The audio was coming out of my phone, so I just left and came back, and now it's working.
Right on. Well, with that, it's Thursday. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for some figure action. And if you're watching us here on YouTube, do a few things before we kick stuff off. Go ahead and slam that like button because it helps us out in the algorithm. We are well on our way to getting monetized, and every little bump up in that algorithm helps us. Be a friend. Tell a friend that we exist. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. Maybe today's the day we earn your subscription. Ring that notification bell because we had a really, you might say, hella dope episode of Figure Reaction on Tuesday. And if you want to stay in the loop on when we have shows like that, you gotta ring that notification bell. So, I'm sorry, Monday. I'm terrible at that. It's been a week for me. It's been a week. It feels like Friday.
A happy sweet 16 on her quinceanera.
That probably would be me. But yeah, definitely. When I get to how I'm doing, I'll explain why it feels like Friday for me. But without wow, T went sideways on us.
The whole show's already gone sideways.
It sure has. But to re-rail before we get into everything, we get that live chat over there. It's popping off. We got a bunch of cool people hanging out with us. We'll be shouting you out throughout the course of tonight's episode, making you all part of the conversation because we got a lot of cool stuff and we want to know what you all think about it. And check out our link in the description below. We got our Teespring store. We got a lot of great priced merchandise. It's a great way to help us out. And no, we don't have any SpongeBob stuff on there, but rep some figure action stuff. If we see you at TFCon, definitely we'll give you a high five, hug, or a handshake, whichever y'all want. I stole that from Deluxe. Fist bump, that works. But yeah,
T-Man don't have it.
Yeah, no, it's rare. It's rare. You have to really touch his soul to get him to get that hug.
No, he does not like his feet being touched. I assure you, he'll kick you in the face. So don't touch his soul.
No, well, if he's kicking you in the face, then you're his soul's touching you.
Heart to heart, soul to soul.
Dave, how you doing tonight on the show? That was terrible. I don't normally do stuff like that. So,
it's been a week. It's summertime here in North Carolina, which that means it is hotter than, well, whatever. But it's been pretty cool. Finally opened this guy up. I kind of dig him. It's definitely a neat figure. This is the Lucky Cat Megazord. Now the pterodactyl's not on his chest right now, but it's about the same size as the Super Robot Chogokin one, which is pretty cool actually. Did get a few cool things though. I did find the Red Chun-Li Player 2, which I am probably just going to keep her mint and sealed box just because it allows me to at least show one figure in this lovely packaging and still be a nerd, because I am a nerd and have a problem. Speaking of being a nerd and having a problem, even though I keep telling myself I'm done with Transformers, I couldn't help it, and I did pick up Megatron.
Ooh.
And I did get Dreadwing.
Did you get the sale price?
Oh, I got this for $35.
There
I got his brother for $35 too. So I actually have both. Not many people have.
Oh, your sound's cutting out.
So
You're better
Am I
now.
better?
I don't know what happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
I said I have this guy both of these guys in the Prime line, which a lot of people weren't able to find the original of this guy, so it's kind of cool if I ever actually get that display back up and going.
Well, plus the originals were on the smaller side. They were Voyagers, but they were
awesome though.
They were good. They were really good, but these guys I think scale way better.
Well, and that's a $35 figure. It's not a $50 figure.
55.
55, yeah.
Yeah.
So 35, that was a much easier pill to swallow. But yeah, those are all my pickups this week. The Big Bad Toy Store finally got in their Dalsum and M Bison, so I hit that ship button. So they should be on my way to me, and hopefully we'll be here next week for next week's show.
Very cool.
How about you guys? How are you doing today?
Well, let's start with T-Man. Big stretch.
Yeah,
And Flex.
I am great. I didn't just get this, but it's in the room. What do they call this? MechTech? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I just know that it pissed me off half the time because half of them didn't lock.
That was
Right, that did not.
One of the stupidest gimmicks of all times was that for the Prime line.
No, if it would lock, it would be okay. But I actually have a piece of Scotch tape that I put on there years ago. But I did.
That's what I did.
Carnage from Let There Be Carnage from Amazon. I put up a review. He's cool. He's all right. I did get the Doom and Destruction 3-pack, sorry, with these deluxe Insecticons. I got a review for that. I did get Mole Rat, a fully complete Mole Rat. I reviewed that too, as well. And I picked up this guy now that since I saw him, and he's that lower, cheaper price. And I'm super happy that he's a lower, cheaper price. This feels like what I expect something this tall or this scale to feel like from years ago, but I don't feel like it's a leader class. And I got this lady in this vehicle, and I just put this video up today. And I got a super cool comment from Glass Wolf. He told me that my review is like the definition of how this thing should be reviewed. I'm paraphrasing, but he said something on the lines of that because of the things I did. Well, I don't know. He might have. But he told me.
Comment and say that my review was.
But yeah, that's all I got. Zero.
Well, my week's been going. It's been a week, but yeah, I'm. Oh, McLaury's saying you're having some audio issues, T. He said, David the Blur Screen, T-Man with audio issues. I'm close to getting figure action bingo.
My screen's
Lord.
You were blurry early on, but you're a little choppy in and out there, T. Now I hear it.
No.
But yeah, as for my week, it was my final week with my job. I'd been there for almost 9 years, so I start my new career on Monday. I'm very excited. And yeah, it's gonna be good. Again, I'm not gonna go into what I do, but I'm moving from a analyst manager role back into doing technical work, and I'm really excited about that because it's where my passion.
Will there be cake?
There's not gonna be any cake, but they are taking me out to lunch on the first day, so I'm excited for that. So, it's and I just have to drive up to Pennsylvania once, and then I'm fully remote. So I'm happy about that. So no more having to drive out of state into an office to sit on Teams calls with people all over the country when I could have done it from the comfort of my own home. But yeah, no. Also, too, it's gonna be a lot less work as well, and a more reasonable work-life balance. So I'm very happy about that in general, because it's been a lot of stress. I got a bunch of cool stuff for the past 3 weeks. And the Titan, thank you. And I'm off tomorrow. So today being my last day, it feels like a Friday for me. So I just kind of kissed everything goodbye and was like, yep, I'm a free man. And so I had this figure. I got this off of a site recommended me by Larkin's Lair, and they're in Austin, Texas. And the site is called, oh Lord, I keep forgetting the site. Alpha Toyland. I believe it's Alpha Toyland. Let me verify that real quick. But they're new.
I was going to say that's an interesting name. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, it is Alpha Toyland. So Alpha Toyland is a site. They're based out of Austin, Texas, and they actually have Asian site prices. So this is the Cyber Era. I believe this is the Blue Warrior. So this is a downscaled version of the Metagate Drift, and the reason I never got the Metagate Drift is because he's way too big. But this is actually MPM scale, and they also, I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn my green screen off so you can see this stuff. Let's do that real quick. But the cool thing about this, again, I don't normally dabble in KOs for third party, but they put the Bugatti logo on his chest. I don't know how well that shows up. It's teeny tiny, but they put the real Bugatti logo, and they also put the kanji that he has in the movie on there, which I thought was really cool. And they also gave him a more accurate face sculpt in the process. And you also get 2 face sculpts. The crazy thing, guess how much this was?
$35.
A little higher.
Oh, $50.
$37.
It was 50 shipped. Yeah. For what's essentially an MPM, which is nuts. And the quality on this is actually really good. So very, very happy with that. I did also get my Robot Paradise tapes. So the Cassetticons, I got those in. Really like these two. Their version of shit. I'm terrible with names. I know Overkill and Slugfest. Thank you. I kept wanting to say Slam Dance, and I'm like, no, it's not Slam Dance. The drone is really nice. And Buzzsaw is also really nice. But I mean, these two, I just wish you could get these two, because I have the X-Transbots version of the drone, and this blows it out of the water. And I do really like having the Buzzsaw to go with it. But yeah. Yep. So I also got this guy. Again, I think you all know by now I'm a big fan of Fans Hobby, but this guy was kind of a disappointment. He looks really nice, but the biggest problem is the feet. So this whole assembly here is done on clear plastic. A lot of people are having it break off. I'm sure Fans Hobby is going to do new parts, but you can't really put him in pants mode for Prime because these aren't the strongest ratchets, and there's no locking point for them. Had they had some way to make these lock, and also had they not used clear plastic, he's fine as Jetfire. My biggest problem with him is that everything is on hinges and sliders, and it just doesn't work in tandem. And there were some QC issues, which I'm not used to with Fans Hobby. When I first got this guy, the shield was coming right off. So I messaged Fans Hobby, and they messaged me back, and they're like, "Oh, that part's supposed to be glued on. Just put a drop of glue on there. That fixed the problem." But just there's tolerance issues, and things have to be just right. It's a little too fiddly for my taste. Looks great, and I'm sure they'll come out with replacement parts for free as they normally do. But if you want this guy, I would wait. And let's see. Lastly, I too also got the Barrage and Chop Shop 2-pack with the Minotaur dude. This is a really good 2-pack. So T had them in their bug modes. I've got them in their robot modes. I like these a lot more in person, and I think I like. I don't know, T. Which one do you like more? Because I think I like Barrage more, and I didn't think I would because of the waffling, but I love that they just gave him a butterfly joint as a result.
I do have more fun posing for us, but the insect mode I like. Chop Chop.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Especially with the Barrage, there's like no good weapon storage. With Chop Shop, you can at least put on the other leg bits.
Yeah,
symmetrically. And yeah,
do you use them as legs? That's what I do.
No, I put them as guns on his back to fill it out a little bit more. I also got Target Prime. So I get all the crossover stuff and I get all the Prime. So yeah, but he looks neat. But I'm probably gonna leave him MISB and he's just gonna go with my crossover stuff. So that's what I got for the week. Well, for the past few weeks coming up. Let me go ahead and turn my green screen back on. We'll go ahead and shout out chat and see how people are doing. We got Jedi Mindset saying, "Shut folks, Jetfire still looks like one of those clowns with big pants holding up by suspenders, but love the ult. The ult mode is really cool." I will say that. Jetfire really let himself go. He did. So let's go shout out the everybody in the chat here. We got Toy Mafia hanging out with us saying yo, and remembering our friend Nightwing and him. We've got Princeton in here saying hello, everyone. Good to see you, good sir. Got McLathering again saying good evening, all. Big M saying hey, everyone. We've got TF Hustler saying party time, figure action. We got Effortlessly Random saying psyched to see how y'all are doing. Hopefully we met your expectations, my friend. And let's see, we got D-Bangs popping in saying, hey, all, late to the game tonight. Well, we're glad to have you in here. And also the Titan saying, I hope MMC does Overkill and Slugfest. Those would be cool. See them do.
And as always, thank you to the replay squad. Mm-hmm. And for those of you with all your chats, remember, every one of your chats is a super chat to us.
Hell yeah.
But you can PayPal me later if you want.
Well, if you PayPal, if they PayPal you, I know what you're not going to spend that money on.
What would that be?
You're not going to spend your money on these crossover Hot Wheels figures because, we like to be positive here, but I really don't know about these. So we got these were leaked by JT Prime 17 a while back, and I think my consensus was they're just going to take cars that they already have licenses for and just pop them in Transformers boxes. And yeah, that's what they're doing here. So none of these even have character names. You just get custom Volkswagen Beetle, Corvette CR74, which is supposed to be, of course, Crosshairs.
I've only ever seen the Bumblebee.
Yeah, they're out already. Or
I saw pictures of the Bumblebee. It's a yellow Beetle with big tires that they previously released.
I'll give them credit on this. The Ford Mustang GT, they're not even putting the name Barricade on there, but they put Punish and Enslave, and they put the Decepticon insignia on there.
That one I might buy. Actually, that one that I might buy. The Punish and Enslave has always been one of my favorite of all the things that Bayverse has given us. To Punish and Enslave has always been one of my. That was just a touch. So
then we get the Bugatti Veyron, which of course is Drift. We get the Pagani Hura, which of course is oh shit, I always forget his name. Stinger, yep. And then so there's just 5 of them, and there you go with that. If you were curious, the only one of the Hot Wheels ones that I'm getting is the Prime with the trailer. All right, so the rest of what we got for Transformers news, it's all bangers from here on out. Coming up first, probably my most anticipated masterpiece for the year, and one I've been waiting a long time for. One I'm sure a
Masterpiece
lot of people.
Barricade?
What's that?
Masterpiece Age of Extinction of Barricade?
No. We get an in-hand look at Rhinox. So,
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I like the Age of Extinction Barricade. Got the brass knuckles.
he was cool, but
I think this is the best one they made for Beast Force.
mhm. I love the texturing in here. Some people are complaining that he's got like dead-looking eyes
Where?
in the robot mode.
Oh,
Like people in the comments are like, "Oh, he's got the dead eyes," but
That was the look he had before he became Tankor. So he was dead to the world was
Yeah.
dead to him.
I'm really excited for that Spark accessory.
I know the Rhino definitely has good eyes. In a picture I saw up close.
I'm curious if he's going to have the same gimmick that Dinobot had, where the eyes are posable. Well, I think Megatron had them too, right?
Yeah.
Just as long as he doesn't come with the accessories from that one episode of a giant cloud coming out of his ass, I'll be happy with it.
The
'Cause
beans.
he's beans, yeah. And so he is due out. I think he's coming out in August, if I remember correctly, or late July. Coming up next, we got another banger. And again, we still don't know what scale these are going to be, but remember the Project T Spark. So we get a good look at the Adamus Machina AMT-01, the Rodimus prototype.
It's looking kind of cool.
Yeah. Only image we get of him, but
It's showing promise.
yeah.
I liked it since day one, but I'm just scared of what it's going to cost.
Valid.
So, yeah, the apparently the color prototype was shown at the Shizuoka Hobby Show. Price hasn't been revealed yet, but the pre-orders are supposed to go live soon, so we should have an idea of what it's going to cost. And yeah, kind of scared like you guys, but I think if they keep it light on the accessories, maybe they could do, sub $100.
I like how the exhaust pipes wrap around his legs as opposed to the forearm blaster thing.
The only thing I see that I don't like is no ab crunch, or at least no visible.
Are we sure?
Well, that's why I redacted it with no visible, because I think
I would be surprised if there's an ab crunch in there. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Because if
It's
they were
the same
doing
teammate, right?
but if they were doing a pose like that, they would be using the ab crunch to give them the old pelvic thrust that Japanese robots love to do.
yeah. I like the metallic paint though. I like that a lot. So, and Jedi's got a point saying, just glad they gave him functional shoulders. And also good to see you in here, Winston. Nice to see you, man. All right.
I remember now.
Yeah. Then, well, I guess I said everything was bangers, but I don't know how I feel about this next one. So we got one of the themes.
Hyped it up for all bangers. You hyped it up banger after banger after banger, and now you're giving me a banger.
Okay, well, one of these two figures I think is a banger, because this is actually a pretty cool retool. Now, I'm not interested in this set because, one, I already own the minor version of Megatron, and two, I already own Optus Nox, which I own enough of that mold. So this is one of the first SDCC exclusives.
He's into minors.
I'm not Dr. Disrespect. Come on now.
No, I think they did a super good job on Optimus's alt mode.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to look that different.
Man, that was quick for them to reuse that pickaxe from Straxus.
Well, no, that pickaxe was from the minor Megatron that they did in
Oh.
the 2-pack with was it the Senator Shockwave that he came with?
Oh, like I said, I'm not.
Yeah. So this is a complete repaint of that Megatron. Same thing with the drill accessory. They're reusing all that, but like T said, the retool for Prime is extensive. Yeah, thanks Jedi. So yeah, it was Senator Ratbat and minor Megatron. But yeah, and this Earthrise Megatron or Siege Megatron mold just needs to be retired at this point.
Yeah, he's been done more times than Sideswipe, right?
Yeah.
At least Sideswipe was different characters.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish this was coming.
Good.
Yeah, I wish this was coming with somebody else.
Right.
Man, the jokes just write themselves tonight, folks.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah.
But no, it's I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it at all. I just it's like I have a better version of this character, and I have it in multiple colors, and
yeah, I'm looking at 3 colors right now.
I appreciate that they did give him a new chest, but I don't like this Megatron.
Are the shoulders new?
You know what? Yeah, you're right. The shoulders do appear to be new because they don't have the faux
gun stuff.
Yeah, the hammer pieces on there. But still,
I don't have the minor robot, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the minor robot, then maybe. But
I don't like this version. I would want the minor.
Okay, R. Kelly.
All the stuff that they could have done with this mold, they couldn't fix the ankles after all these years.
The hard ER, not OR.
Okay. We need a Chris Hansen for that one.
TF Hustler, unfortunately, SDCC exclusives ain't showing up at Ollie's. This set will sell out because there's a lot of people that don't get third party, and they'll want this set just to have an IDW Prime.
I don't know. What's the space showed up at Ross? The GX Chuckles. But he was Hasbro Pulse Con or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, first of all, the whole Ollie's Ross thing, I think we're going to have to put that on hiatus right now because as it's showing right now, Hasbro has really reduced production of a lot of things to prevent that. Trust me. So I've got they are now currently overcorrecting the overproduction, and now they're definitely underproducing, which is making things frankly more scarce. As I have been, if you can't find freaking Marvel Legends Cable as an example.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to mention they're changing the strategy up. I was listening to that toy guy when he was doing his Bumblebee review, and he's talking about how they now have what they call A characters. And you're going to have certain characters that are going to have much longer shelf lives, and they're going to be repack after repack. So I like that in the sense that we should have evergreen characters, but given Hasbro's history and not knowing how to do this right, it's like, yeah.
Bumblebee, Starscream, Megatron, and Optimus.
Yeah. I can cut them some slack with Eternals because I think Eternals was the first time that a Marvel movie didn't hit their expectations. But Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know why they bet so hard on that.
It's because they put that in the wrong scale. That's honestly it. Those figures were to the wrong scale. And they overpriced the monsters.
Yeah.
The figures were lackluster. The one I had.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the scale was off. They're kind of meh as during the height of the let's reduce as many paint apps as possible.
You're kind of an unusual SDCC exclusive, but I like this.
Kind of cute.
If this is cheap enough, I might pick one up because I like low-key love this one. And might get one for my nephew. I think that'd be cool.
Is that a boo-boo on his back?
That's his tail, I think.
Well, no, he has that little hump on his back, the little gold hump that become his feet for robot mode, I think.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
So now you just have to dress up in your Devastator underoos and give it a slam.
Now, there is one SDCC exclusive that I'm sure I'm getting, and I'm sure you're getting too, Dave. And that's Death's Head.
Oh, fuck yes.
So,
I still have the 3 3/4 one that I actually put that on my Transformers shelf when that first came out.
Mm-hmm.
No, you do not understand how long I have been waiting for this figure.
Yeah.
They gave us goddamn Death's Head 2, which I think I'm probably the only person who read that entire comic all the way through. But this, I mean...
Now, is he a human-sized character?
Depends.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to handle this one?
Go ahead.
So he can stand beside the actress?
Hold on, I gotta go big in on this one.
All right.
So Death's Head was an original creation by Simon Furman for the Transformers UK comic. At that time, he was actually scaled the same height as most Transformers. He was hired as a bounty hunter to take out Galvatron. Simon Furman then used him for a couple stories, including the famous one where Ultra Magnus fought Galvatron. He also actually came in contact with Unicron, and after fighting Unicron, he got chucked out of their reality. While in that reality, he was flying through time and space, and he ran into the goddamn TARDIS from Doctor Who. I kid you not. And when the TARDIS landed, and it was the 7th Doctor, Death's Head comes out the size of a Transformer. The Doctor, in his jacket, pulled out the Master's matter compression device, which he used to execute people by turning a normal-sized person to the size of a doll. He then used it on Death's Head, who then turned him in from a Transformer-sized character to the size of a normal human. And then the Doctor then banished him to essentially the Marvel 616 universe, where he then encountered the Fantastic Four, a few other cosmic characters, and then eventually in the future became Death's Head too.
Well, there you go.
And now Disney owns Doctor Who, right?
Well, this one just it encapsulates a lot of fandoms, which this is a really cool thing to have because
it hits all 3 fandoms because I'm a huge Whovian, Transformers fan and Marvel fan.
So this thing's going to be again an SDC exclusive. It's going to be $40.
God
so
damn
it's
it,
coming in at that deluxe price.
It's basically using Colossus body parts, but I don't care.
Oh, 40 is cheap for SDCC and how big it looks and how colorful it looks. When do you see all that much color in a Marvel list?
And it's using the old comic book cover style for the box art for that box.
What's the superheroes thing?
Because it's based off the old Marvel Legend. It looks like the old Marvel Legend card.
Yeah, it kind of does.
No, that's what it's based on.
Yeah.
The Marvel Legend card.
I'm sure this guy's going to sell out real quick.
Yeah, because you got 3 different fandoms going after him.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the only one that I'm like super excited about. This is gonna go on my shelf.
There's a lot of SDC stuff I'm excited about now. I'm pissed off about that.
And when do these? So, see again.
When is SDCC?
It says following San Diego Comic-Con, limited quantities will be available to order on HasbroPulse.com, and then other select retailers after the convention. So you're not strictly limited to Pulse.
Look at this image, man. It's got all the scratches, the battle damage to it. Yeah, this is.
Yeah. And T, to answer your question, SDCC is Thursday, July 25th to July 28th, which is a Sunday. So I'm assuming on Monday, the 29th, these will probably go up for pre-order.
I'll be hitting refresh.
Good luck.
And it's gone.
We got more bangers in the third-party world. So let's go ahead and kick things off with. So again, I know I wasn't too happy with the Jetfire but we get pictures of the tidal wave test shot.
I can't fuck up those ankles.
And yeah, even showing that he's able to support himself on just one foot.
Fortunately, Tidal Wave is not exactly known as being the most agile character in both shows. He just stood there and waded into battle and fired those cannons.
And to that, posable cannons on this guy.
No crotch skirt.
No crotch skirt, posable cannons. He just looks very streamlined. He comes with his minicons.
He only had one minicon in the original toy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Okay, that's right.
There's one tiny minicon that was smaller than the rest.
But he's going to come with two minicons. One based off the F-14, and then the other one, which actually looks like the original one.
And we've seen we showed a couple weeks ago. We showed the launching mechanisms that this guy has. They kept all the toy gimmicks.
Actually, the original one didn't have a launching mechanism.
Oh, that's right. It did have the
It had the elevator, and
Yeah.
then the minicon gimmick was to make the gun turrets move. And then you could when you turn the Dark Fleet, the rear one became like a troop carrier.
Yep, you're right. I love how this looks with all the minicons on here, using this as an aircraft carrier.
Actually, the only gimmick it does, I can't tell if he has, is the original one had missiles that launched from the secondary stage.
Didn't
Which
it
always triggered when he put his arms down.
Yeah. And Professor
The Hasbro one is bigger.
Yeah. I was gonna say it depends on the sensibilities. Like, do you want show tidal wave? Because if you want tidal wave like he was in the show, and you want him in a masterpiece scale ish, this is going to be the one. If you want him how you remember him from the game, then the Hasbro one.
This one's definitely more toy accurate because he's the parts for, as opposed to having the parts for Megatron, as opposed to the other one also having the parts for Megatron.
Yeah.
And this one transforms all in one from what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
The Hasbro one has to disconnect up the arms and the legs, I believe. Which was disappointing to me when I watched the reviews.
Yeah.
It's like he was. I remember when he came out back in the day, it was such a surprisingly complex yet simple toy at the same time. It was really engineering elegance for pulling off what he could do. It was one of my favorites, and I bought both versions of him. I did not. Well, technically there was three versions. The Japanese one, which was actually Shockwave.
Yes. Yeah. That was threw a lot of people off, where they were just like throwing names against the wall, especially since people were upset with Shock Blast.
Well, Shock Blast was
an Energon. Yeah, he was an Energon. Well, the thing that drove me crazy with the original toy, the one thing, it had every piece of articulation except knees.
Correct.
I was like, wow, you gave him hips that go forward and out. You had fully functional arms, but then the knees didn't bend correctly. I was like, why?
Because they didn't want to take the chance of the knees they didn't want to take the chance of the ratchets for the knees to buckle on him. I think that was because that way you knew that toy was going to stay standing on the shelf. I actually applauded that. I get why it's a pain, but that way again we didn't have to worry about a bad ratchet causing it to do that.
They had a lot of toys in that line where I felt like it was purposeful that they didn't have the articulation. Like it drove me up the wall.
Right. Next up, we got one Legends hit. And this one is you get your reformatted Cyclonus and your Shattered Glass Goldbug going on here. These are coming in by for Dr. Wu. I guess these aren't even Legends class. These are more their Micromaster scale, I guess.
Yeah. AKA the I don't need somebody to get lost in my carpet. I'm not paying money for you lost. They're cute.
Yeah.
But
That looks a lot like Studio Series Bumblebee.
They're just too small.
A little bit, yeah. I think if you got city bots, they make sense. Or
Oh
if
yeah,
you
that
just,
look great on a Metroplex. Then you might as well just buy Micro Machines.
But they don't become
Better.
robots.
People have them littered across their desk. I think if you wanted to do like a collection on your desk, they make sense. But yeah. And then we have another thing that's kind of we're getting out of Transformer stuff. This is kind of skating the line between third party and but it's an officially licensed thing. So we'll move into the non-Transformer stuff. Starting off with the Heat Boys TMNT Mutant Mecha Donatello. This is up for pre-order, and let's go down. And yeah, this is looking pretty cool.
I like that pose.
I like the railgun.
Probably my favorite.
How much are these?
So this comes in at $180, and there we go. Let's get rid of it.
I mean, you're getting a lot for these. It's just you're still paying a lot for a lot.
How big are they?
So these are coming in at 9 and a little over 9 inches tall.
Hold on, I got something in my pants that'll show you how long it is.
Oh Lord!
What?
I knew that was coming.
Of course, I have a tape measure on me. So it's gonna be about that big.
I like that little turtle drone.
Yeah, I really like the cloak, the urban camo cloak.
Yes, like I said, this one is probably my favorite of them. I love the sniper rifle. That's interesting about having the robot claw holding the bow, because that's very much like the Fury toy one, or the Rage Toys Donatello, because he also has a mechanical arm for that, and he was also a sniper. I love that gun, that big Gundam gun.
You know, this might sound a little crazy, but I like how they took the concept of the Bay Donatello and actually made it work. With like the goggles and all the gear and everything.
Mm-hmm. I think they've been starting to incorporate that with other lines too.
You got storage in the little turtle drone, and he also turns into like a little shoulder armor. So yeah, Jedi says, I want to get in these, but they got the transforming Van Super 7 figures and Joy Toy figures. I'm just glad we're getting a lot of mature looking turtle figures now. Yeah, and I don't even think we have the Super 7 ones on the docket, but we should pull those up. You got LEDs. I think
we talked about those last week.
The 2000 series ones.
Yeah.
And this is cool as hell. You even have
the
like
ones, the Joy Toy ones, that was new this week, but right now it seems that's only an Asia exclusive.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to go near Joy Toy. I don't need to be collecting that scale. 6 inches
Rabbit
dominated
holes.
my life. I don't know if I'd want to. Wait, that was about to sound really wrong.
It was.
I caught myself.
Well, let's re-rail with some more SDCC stuff, and let's head into the realm of GI Joes. And God, this one is probably going to sell out quicker than Death's Head, and we get the Once a Man version of Cobra Commander.
God damn, I love it. It's so stupid and awesome at the same time.
Well, this falls into the category of what is a good exclusive. And this is a nice to have, a really nice to have. It's not a need to have. So it's like, again, they do kind of get the collectors. This is a number.
I'm with, yeah. I love everything about this. It hits everything that was so stupid about that. It makes it look so much more vicious. Good.
The fact that it comes with that snake body, the F transformation.
I love the cracked helmet because I would love to be able to put that if I can actually switch the visors to a cracked helmet on there and put the cracked helmet onto the other Cobra Commander figure. Yeah, I mean, dude, this looks savage.
Yeah. And since when do you see removable vests on mainline figures like that?
Gung Ho.
You didn't have to pop his arm. You didn't have to pop his arms off though.
Nah, it was open.
Oh, okay.
It's just even if you want to keep Cobra Commander as a human and just have this as a mutant type character, it works on so many levels. But if you hate the whole Cobra Law concept and want to stay with the comic books, with the Larry Hama comic book concept of him being human, you don't need this. But like I said, I love that shattered face plates. God, this looks so good.
Now that I'm looking at this, I saw a fake version of this. Either that or Super 7. It was a version that had single jointed elbows.
It was a mock-up. It was a Super 7 mock-up. It was a concept piece.
So this whole thing is kind of interesting because MSN leaked this, and they ended up taking it down. And then, of course, people are speculating: is this real? Is it fake? I'm 100% thinking this is real. This is way
that's
too
real, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this was teased on Nemesis Immortals box.
Yeah, and then look over there. You can see Globulus in the background.
Yeah. What was the other one named? Pythona?
Pythona.
TFS is saying this is a pickup and this will stay in box. If I were to get it, I'd definitely open it because I'd be putting.
It's not on a clamshell, so I can open that box and put everything back into that box.
And also, if you have multiple roadblocks, which many of us do, no brainer. Hey, I have an extra roadblock. What am I going to do with them? You know?
Yeah. They had two versions of the first one.
Yeah.
Just use the snake as a snake mutant for other things. It's just I don't have to have him be Cobra Commander. I can have him just be a mutant.
I mean, there he is. That's what you need right there.
Once a man. Once a man.
Yeah, earlier I was saying when I watched that movie, I was so scared he's gonna bite a roadblock.
We get into our GI. I'm sorry, we go from our GI Joes to the Star Wars SDC exclusive, and they get a Black Series Darth Maul and the Sith Speeder. Soft goods, but
he looks so calm.
Yeah.
Just a lovely day for a stroll around.
He does
on down, try to take out somebody's parents,
Yeah. Very chill expression. I wish he had a more angry, focused expression.
But is this the first time they did that Sith Speeder?
In 6-inch scale, yeah. I don't think he's existed in Vintage Collection, but I definitely remember it was part of that onslaught of, I think they were still Kenner at the time.
Power of the Force.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that everyone who wants him gets him. This is definitely a part of my collecting that I have personally phased out of, but it does look like one of the better malls out there, but still single jointed elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I see one of them, I get excited, and then if I see them in the store, I look at them, and then I don't buy it.
And the lightsaber hilt looks too thick.
Yeah, and the boots also, they don't look right. I mean, if you're gonna do soft goods, why not just do the leather and plastic?
So again, cool if you want him. I hope you get him. I am not one you're going to be having to fight with on it.
He looks like a Russian babushka, cosplaying as Darth Maul. All right, I know Dave said he is fighting that Haya Toys.
No, that's 1/12 scale. That's not 1/18.
Oh, okay. I take that back. Well, we got the Haya Toys. This is their 2000 AD Exquisite Super Series Cursed Earth Judge Dredd. So yeah, this is a.
Are you gonna fight that, Dave?
I don't know. I'm not a hardcore Dredd fan. I like Judge Dredd. I loved the Carl Urban movie by far. It's still actually one of my favorites. I'm still pissed off we never got a sequel. But like, Judge Dredd was one of the first Mezco figures. I don't know if you knew that.
Yep.
I see you finding it cheap and buying it.
If I find it cheap or win it in a raffle spin, sure. But I don't see myself stressing over this one. There's other things that are worth more of my stress, and this is not one of them.
So this is up on Amazon, and the price is the initial MSRP is only $90. So with it being on Amazon, you also do have the likelihood that it could possibly go on sale. And I'm surprised at that price point because you are getting not the Mezco degree of accessories, but you do get quite a bit.
They don't over accessorize, which is nice.
Yeah.
The Rambo has been getting very, very good reviews for those that have him.
3 heads.
Yeah, 3 heads, and you get go back to that. You get so in total 3 additional pairs of hands. You get the bloody baseball bat, the 2 firing effect pieces, smoke effect piece, the spray can, and that's a neat little base that you get, and the cloak as well. All right, and to keep it moving, we got so this is not an SDCC exclusive, but actually no, I take that back. This is part of the PX exclusives, but it's now on Amazon. We get more SDCC exclusives. Let's shift over to NECA. And there's some cool stuff coming from them. So we get the first one we get is the Mirage First Appearance set, which I love how goofy these are.
Wow.
All of these are past city to me.
I'm not getting them.
No, that's after that initial concept art, and that's a very derp.
Well, you got to remember the TMNT stuff started off as a parody.
Oh, I know.
You know? Well, I mean, I know you know.
They came up with it.
Yeah, and
I didn't know. I'm a commoner, so I didn't know about them till the cartoon came out.
So for anybody interested in any of these NECA exclusives we're going over, these are going to be available at you can pre-order these. See, it says from June 26th to June 28th, they'll put the exclusives up on the NECA store, and sales begin at noon Eastern for these. So we get the that Mirage 2-packs. Unfortunately, none of these are going to Target.
Are they specific turtles?
No,
I think they're just the concept art.
the initial concept art.
Yeah.
Kind of like that Spawn that came out with the Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
The most obscure dinosaurs remold, retooled.
For the hardcore fan, I hope you will enjoy it.
Captain Impressive.
All of my memory is gone of this.
I don't remember this. I mean, my only thing about dinosaurs is, of course, not the mama, and that the fact the ending of the show traumatized me. So
I think they did that on purpose because they're petty.
So yeah, the Captain Impressive is definitely a very, very obscure one. I'm sure it'll probably the people that want it will get it.
I
Dave.
always wanted to play the piano.
They're alive again, Dave. You see that?
Yeah.
St. Sinclair's here. He's alive.
Well, of course. You remember, the Sinclair action figure is made out of plastic. And plastic is an oil-based product. And those oil-based products are based off dinosaurs that have died. So therefore, it's Sinclair. I'm horrible.
Alf.
Super Alf, again, another really obscure one.
Yeah, I definitely don't. It makes sense since it's comic. I mean, SD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are fan. Well, okay, except for that Cobra. I mean, I get why the Cobra Commander is an exclusive, but that one I would like to have a little more common. But these NECA ones are perfect SDCC stuff because it's. Ooh, I was at SDCC and I got this cute Alf that you can't get anywhere else.
I used to love Alf, but I can't bring myself to buy it.
Well, now he's back, Hog form T.
Yeah. There's a good Simpsons reference. We've already covered this guy on the show, the glow in the dark Nosferatu. He's going to be part of it.
Good figure.
The Wood Beast Challenge Flash Gordon, which again, this is. Another, I mean, this is a neat looking one. I think the Flash Gordon fan base is present but small.
I was going to say die.
And lastly, you get the Prey Ultimate Feral Camo Reveal Predator.
They are getting their money's worth out of this mold.
Yeah. Neat effect.
Still sad I never could find that cloaking City Hunter Predator from years ago.
Neat
Great packaging on that too.
Lots of accessories.
Oh, he comes with the bear trap. He comes with some accessories the other one didn't have. That's kind of neat. Oh man, that ticks me off. He's got the throwing knives that he should have had. Oh man. That's
Shoot yourself.
The other one come with the wolf trophy as well? Or?
No, the other one didn't come with the original one. Didn't come with the wolf trophy. And those throwing blades or the axe. I have to double check. I can't remember if he came with the flintlock pistol or not.
Treat yourself, T.
That's mean.
And we got one last round of SDCC exclusives. They're granted, more TMNT stuff, but this, again, I don't know. Does anybody know anybody that collects the loyal subject stuff? Like, it's all neat looking, but NECA just beat the market.
Yes and no. Here again, the whole thing with these loyal subject one is they are based off the IDW comic.
Yeah.
And this is the only representation of the IDW comic book characters. And first of all, that book is absolutely fantastic from what I have read. Mm-hmm. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. It's been a fantastic It's basically, I think Kevin Eastman's writing it, if I recall. So he's doing his retelling of the story, updating a lot of character concepts to it. And so, I mean, on my channel, I reviewed the Donatello. It's not a bad line by far. It's its own scale. But if you are into the IDW line, this is your only media for it.
I would say if you do not take them out of the box, they are awesome. Because they look really alluring in the box at the store.
Well, no, they weren't bad. I mean, I don't hate them. I paid $10 for my Donatello, but I mean, I don't regret paying that $10. If that Raphael ever goes down in price with the motorcycle, I'd pay $25 for that.
Yeah, I've seen him on sale a few times. But you get Jenica, which I think this is the first time she's had a figure. She's, I believe she was originally human and then she was turned into a turtle, if I remember correctly.
I think so. Yeah, at one point in the comic, a bunch of mutant terrorists literally mutated a whole bunch of New York City. Basically say, okay, you're gonna be prejudiced against mutants. Let's make you into a mutant. It was actually a pretty epic part of the comic.
Yeah, so she had like the claw weapons going on. And then you get Dark Leonardo, which I wish they put a better shot for this, because Dark Leonardo, you can't see him in the packaging. Then you get Shredder, which this looks very similar to how Shredder looked in the 2003 series. You get Metalhead and Donatello. That's a neat. I mean, that's a neat pairing.
Came back.
The IDW one though. But yeah, can't really see much in these pictures at all. Can zoom a little bit, but yeah.
They want you to go there and see it in person.
Basically.
Get your tickets.
Oh, interestingly enough, too, the Dark Leonardo and the Shredder, the two biggest difference, these are glow in the dark. And as is Metalhead and Donatello, they are glow in the dark figures. So neat stuff. Let's get into some Marvel Legends stuff. So none of the stuff that we're going to cover outside of this is SDCC exclusive. So we're going to get into the Deluxe Odin, and I know you guys have seen this because that's all we were talking about, the price of it. So this is your Deluxe Odin. He goes up for pre-order. Well, he went up for pre-order today, and
I put a link on my Facebook page.
It's pricey.
Yeah, 60 books.
Yeah.
He does a lot.
Yeah, but this is one I will wait if it goes on the Hasbro outlet store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hardcore Odin.
Yeah, that's a lot to pay for something that doesn't have that much articulation. Yeah. And hindered articulation. But it is humongous, and it does do some neat stuff.
I appreciate everyone who's sticking with us, by the way. We know some crazy stuff is going on with the world, and we appreciate those of you who are sticking with us. So, if you come back to us on the replay squad, love you too.
Oh, yeah, that thing is happening.
That thing's going on right now.
We got
I kind of wanted to see that thing, but I don't want to cringe to death.
It's cringy.
Just watch it on the replay. You'll get everything you need. We get the Marvel Legends series, the 85 Years of Marvel Astonishing X-Men Wolverine figure. This one is yet another Wolverine, but there you go.
Yeah, it's based off. I mean, I've had that on pre-order for a while. Just finally seeing some pictures of it.
Yeah. At least you get multiple hands. That's the nice thing you're getting here. Wolverine doesn't normally come with like pointing hands or open hands. And this one's regular price. He's $25.
This one's sponsored by Kaiser Permanente.
It is.
Yeah, man, he's astonished. Oh, he has new articulation too, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got the ball socket torso. I know Joss Whedon's kind of a jackass, but that was a fantastic run of comics.
I just saw the comparisons with the other Wolverines.
There's a lot of Wolverines out there. Almost as many Wolverines as Spider-Man now.
I'd
go to white levels.
Yeah. I'd be curious what the ratio of or what the not the ratio, but the totals.
One.
Yeah.
Action figure evolution.
I have I bought the Cowboy Wolverine from Ollie's, and I still have him, the retro card back when I still have him on the card. And then this one, surprising none of us, we're also getting the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider from this series.
Yeah, it's on Command Store right now. We talked about that. We talked about that when that came out, when that was released.
Yep. So yeah, coming in at $50 for the MSRP. So
yeah,
we won't go over that, but we also have. Oh, we do have he did put the link in there for that. Let's get into some video game stuff too. I think I'll save. We don't have Mike this evening, so I'll save some of the Kickstarter stuff for him to go through. We'll just kind of do a chill stream and go through some of this stuff we don't know yet. Now, this one, I've been surprised what we've been seeing from Spin Master. They showed that Aloy, and that looked really good. This one, I really want for my video game shelf, and this is their 6-inch Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima. This is the only image we have so far, but I'm impressed by all the detail and the paintwork on this. Did either of you guys play Ghost?
Yes.
I heard I own it, but no.
You'd like it, T.
I played it for a bit, and then I lost interest.
I enjoyed it because, for one, wasn't a Souls game, which every game at the time was a Souls game coming out. It was fun. It was a really good samurai. And still want to play Ronin. I know that just came
A
out.
Rise of the Ronin. I would say wait for a sale on that because it didn't sell very well. It's a Team Ninja game, and the people that I know that played it say, yeah, it starts off a little rough, but if you invest the time into it, it opens up and it becomes better. It's like it's getting what I'm hearing about it from people I trust is that like it's kind of like the original Dragon's Dogma, where people played it from the start and were like, and then they put a little more time and we're like, okay,
But these look good.
Yeah.
Like
They
I'm
look
shocked.
like Sigma size.
Yeah, I wonder how tall that Kratos is.
Yeah. Well, it says they're 1/12 scale, so we'll see. And the
Maybe
only
he's taller than Aloy.
only concern I see, and again, like it's not really too much of a concern because he's wearing samurai armor. You're not really going to be able to fully flex your arm in armor, but it looks like these probably will have like Black Series articulation.
Well, this one is at least. I think no. Kratos, I think, may have it. No, actually, you're right. I think they all have double single jointed.
Yeah.
They do? Even Kratos?
Think so. I'll have to look that up later.
I think she had like, I gotta look at it again. I think she had like universal ball joints for elbows, like some Figmas do.
Well,
But
in
I
general,
still don't think it's
these
been
about
more than
50
90 degrees.
But apparently, you're getting a lot for your dollar. That's the big thing.
Yeah. Did you guys know that Kenny Rogers was in the Black Adam movie?
I had to have watched the Black Adam.
No.
So Mafex is doing a Dr. Fate and the integrated suit from No Way Home. I know this is supposed to be Pierce Brosnan, but goddamn, am I wrong? Doesn't this just look like Kenny Rogers?
The Tom Holland looks good.
I mean, straight
I'd say
on.
I'd say it looks more like Colonel Sanders before.
It looks like Norm Macdonald's Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Norm. But
I mean, it's a good figure.
Hey, Mariano, good to see you.
It's a good figure. It's a neat design of Dr. Fate. I'm just sorry he got put in that character got put in such a crap movie
and killed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Pierce Brosnan, I thought like when they said it was going to be him, I was like, oh, that's good. That's a good casting choice. And yeah.
Womp womp.
And Dwayne Johnson killed the DCU.
In toy form, they're all alive. Go to Tom Holland.
Yeah. I mean, the joints on this don't look the best because I feel like they should push in a little bit.
This is not my favorite Mafex Spider-Man.
No, but yeah, that's really good head sculpt.
Yes.
Sculpt looks good, but like you said, you're talking about those joints and all. This is probably of all the current Spider-Man my least favorite.
It's very Reveltech looking, but not as a compliment.
Right. It's gonna sound weird. It almost looks more figure art than Mafex.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Wow. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, actually, that's what. You're talking about Reveltech? No, it's more figure artsy. You saw that one joint that's pose of him web swinging?
Yeah, let's go back to that one. Yeah.
Look at that shoulder joint right there.
Right
that
there,
is ugly.
Doesn't look good. Not good. And got another interesting one coming from NECA. Again, this is not an exclusive, but I love when NECA gets really obscure licenses. And who didn't grow up, guys our age, 40s to 30s. Yes. So NECA got the license to Murder, She Wrote, and they're doing a 8-inch figure, and then they're also doing the cheaper what are they called, Toonie Terrors. And yeah, these are
You can finally do the crossover of having her meet the Golden Girls.
right.
Or
These
Scooby-Doo.
faces, man, they're great. I feel, you know who I feel the worst for is I feel bad for Seth Green, because one, Cartoon Network did him dirty with just quietly axing Robot Chicken. I feel like he would have gotten some good, like these figures would have gotten legs on that show.
Well, yet now he's got time to go things like Junkion.
Yeah.
She can have Leatherface.
You could have her investigate Leatherface.
But yeah, this is neat. I like
Isn't
it.
it or do some of those realistic human figures have big heads?
I think it's kind of part of the charm. I think they do it too to kind of compensate for the soft goods. But yeah, there's also the Toonie Terrace one, which I think is just a 3 POA, just the head and the arms. But neat stuff. I know none of our audience is into this, but I just love an obscure license.
I would probably get Monk.
Yeah. Oh man, if they did, yeah, because I'd like to have a little Tony Shalhoub figure. Yeah.
It's a jungle out there.
You know what? It would be a fun discussion, but like obscure licenses, like I'd love for them to do Carl from Sling Blade. Like I'd buy that. We get into some G.I. Joe stuff. This one we'll kind of make a quick hit. So this is a MezcoCon exclusive, and this is the Mezco Commando version of Snake Eyes. This is coming in. There's a wait list for this.
I like and I hate this.
So what are your pros and cons on this one?
I mean, it's basically a black pajama figure with a new head. Everything else is reused. It's reuse. It's a great use of reuse, though. You know, I mean, it's the Commando. He's got a good amount of weapons. You know, one of my biggest complaints about the first Snake Eyes was he had too much stuff. So he's got just the right amount of stuff. Though I think this one should also have had the grenades that the other one came with. That pose right there, that last one.
The one where
that looks really good.
Yeah,
I will watch the amazing review that will come up tomorrow out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And be satisfied.
I'm very surprised this one does not come with that grenade hand, but I'm sure I could use the grenade hand from the first one with this.
Yeah, and I think they probably figured that people might do that because the parts are going to be interchangeable.
My problem is I barely like the first one, so here we go with another one. It has the same body.
Yeah.
If it had like the more slim body that could actually articulate better. Well, let me get some.
Then heading over to Ramen Toys, they've got a Joe Fest exclusive for your Action Force and for your classified stuff. They're calling this the Desert Hunter MBT. This is up for pre-order, and the total price for it is $180.
And that's where I cross. That is the line I don't cross.
Yeah.
I got the Vanguard on order. I do not need a 112 scale tank.
You sure?
Yeah.
What about when they put the upgrades to have that bridge maker?
Nope. Actually, the Dragonfly. Once I get the Dragonfly, it's just. I'm just not gonna have space for this stuff.
So, this says it has working rubber treads, individual road wheel suspension, 360-degree rotating turret. The main gun elevates and depresses. It's got a fully detailed interior, open and closing main hatch door, the Commander's MG ammo box, and dual antennas. So, yeah, it also has a Let's see. Do they say what the shipping fees are? Okay, I guess you probably have to get through. But cool enough. Cool that ramen's doing. But yeah, not for me. Let's see here. NECA's also doing a wide release for The Last Ronin, Michelangelo and Donatello.
Cool.
So if you missed out on these are going to be available first at Walmart.
I've got just the one Last Ronin one, and I'm pretty much happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get the Casey Jones, but that's...
Yeah. I bought the armored and the unarmored one, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just not going down this rabbit hole because I still have to put my shelves up over here. You can't see, but I'm going to have my 3 shelves of Turtles, my movie, my comic, and my cartoon ones. And it's like, I'm done. I'm done with the NECA Turtles. And then I guess below it, I'll have the Party Wagon. But yeah, they have to come out with like, the only thing I would still buy is if they came out with an individual Byrne and Irma. Because I could not, like the Catgirl from Channel 6 box set, I was like, why would I want another Vern? Oh, I can turn one of them into a rat. Well, why would I want, again, I just want core cast people. So.
Nope, you have to buy them. NECA's actually going to send someone to your house and hold your dog hostage until you buy it. Don't you understand? That's when the toy company makes something that you don't want, you still have to buy it. You have to complain about it, but as you buy it. I don't hate this. This figure's terrible. Beep. Okay, $75, please. Thank you. Have a great day.
These look awesome, but it's just like, there's a line. I also have the coming out of their shell store ones that I got to put up there. So it's like, and I am keeping those because I fucking loved that thing when I was a kid. And of course, Michelangelo here. Neat. There's the Casey Jones.
Yeah, the Casey Jones looks good, which I'm just because I've got 2 Casey Joneses already. It's almost like, why not?
Yeah, I've got the Mirage Casey Jones, and then I've got the cartoon one. I have 3 because I have the movie one.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got the movie one, and I've got the Mirage one with no ab crunch.
Yeah,
needs a freaking ab crunch.
And let's see here, another interesting line getting a figure is Universal Soldier. So Hiya Toys.
Also Hiya. Yeah. That was that's been announced for a while.
Yeah.
But hey, that Dolph Lundgren head looks awesome.
Yeah. And they're doing soft goods on him, it looks.
Yeah. Have you not been hearing about this line?
No.
Yeah, this has been out for a bit. Like I said, the Rambo's all soft goods too. This has been a some people are calling it, a rival or an alternate to Mezco of what they're doing, of doing a 1/12 scale figure with the soft goods, and they're doing these right now, these movie license properties.
Yeah.
I mean, as if they got Rambo, if they ever do a Terminator, that's going to be a must buy from these guys.
Yeah, and that's a neat one-off too, because if you just get your endoskeleton, you could be, content with that.
Again, that's printing money right there.
Yeah, especially one that's like durable.
Arnold, if they can just get, I know NECA had the Arnold license.
Yeah,
but if they can get the Arnold likeness, that just opens up how much shit.
Yeah,
Commando, Terminator, at least having a Dutch.
Yeah,
you can be. Right now, we got 2 from the Expendables. Right now, I've got Stallone and I got Jean-Claude. 3 Expendables and Dolph. That would be cool if they end up doing an Expendables line. Long game for Hiya.
The other thing too is Terminator 3 might not be a good movie, but I always loved the scene where they go to get the weapon stash from the cemetery and he's holding the casket over one arm and I had that McFarlane figure way back when they were doing the movie line, and it's just like, man, if somebody could make one with better articulation, I would love that.
Basically NECA.
Yeah. I don't think NECA did Terminator 3, did they?
No, but they get an
But,
Arnold
yeah.
in a leather. They have to get the Terminator 2 one in the leather jacket, get a 1/12 scale coffin, and the Ultimate T2 figure, which I know T-Man had, he just never reviewed.
Then we get 1,000 Toys doing more Halo Reach. This is June.
It's cool, but what they charge for them?
Yeah, $200 for this. And it's not coming until January of next year.
I have a Master Chief from them. I got it for $85 on clearance from GameStop. For $85, I was thrilled for it, and it is an impeccable figure. I mean, T-Man can tell you, you've got a couple thousand toys. You've got the Nero, you've got the Dante. 1,000 Toys, Flame Toys does beautiful work. It's just, goddamn, it's expensive.
Does it come with a Jeep for that price?
No. That Dante that you own was like $150 or $170.
I didn't pay that much.
I know you didn't pay that much, but that's how much it retailed for. Same with the Nero. I got Dante. I've got Dante right here. I'm so thrilled to have him. I'd love to get Nero, but I can't afford him.
Yeah. I do think this come with soft goods though. It looks like
it does. It comes a little bit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, listen, Mariano, with the Master Chief, it doesn't need soft goods. Like I said, the joints on these things are insane. It is an absolute high-end figure without having soft goods and things like that. It's one of the ones you have to hold to truly appreciate. Just know that. I'm not paying for it, but when you hold it, you hesitate.
And we got one last thing on the dock, and this one's a bit different, but it takes me back to 1993. And this is from the 93 classic line. It's the Jurassic. It's labeled Jurassic World, but it's got Jurassic Park on the packaging. This is the T-Rex and the off-road tracker pack. And I can't tell if this is supposed to be Arnold, which is Sam Jackson's character, or not. But they're doing the stuff with the goofy armor and accessories, and
should have come with a goat.
It should have. And again, this is 3 and 3, basically 3 3/4 inch scale. So, but the pricing on it isn't bad. This whole thing is $42.49.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Can it swallow a person?
That I don't think it can. It doesn't look like it has the mechanism because it looks like they actually put in head, side to side head articulation. So I don't think it's going to have that gimmick like the old T-Rex had, where it could swallow people and then you pulled them out of the belly.
Yeah.
But I'm sure. Listen, this one might not swallow, but if you find the other one, I'm sure it spits.
And yes, this is supposed to be like Ray Arnold if they did it in the 93 style. What's crazy is, remember Dennis Nedry was the one in the old action figure line that had the removable arm?
Mm-hmm.
And they also made it looked nothing like Wayne Knight. It had sunglasses. It looked like Ronnie Millsap if he started working out.
It looked like they made a cartoon version of Nedry without licensing his image, kind of like how they did with Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. This is coming out in the end of July, so July 21st.
I hope for those who order it, they enjoy it.
And the only thing we could look at still, again, I'm going to save the Kickstarter stuff for Mike because I know he's like very up to date on it. I guess we can go over because he just has one update for AWOC, the Mamba Unlocked. And the note says, thanks to the support of retailers, Sphera Toys has the funding to provide General Mamba. The Pachyderm is their ultra figure with a price of $89. That was the elephant one that we looked at. Leader of House Pachyderm, once successful technology and weapons manufacturing mogul, forced to take up the arms and latest people in defense of raiders and the ever-present pressure of house hordes hunger devour each of the house's Mambas, one of the only select few that Emperor Kali fares. So Cool. I mean, AWOC's been doing really, really well.
They've got incredible support from the fandom, and they've got solid fans behind them. So,
Do we have a picture of it?
Yeah. Let's go over to the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom website, and we can end on that.
I'm actually interested in the giant elephant. That's him, right? Mamba.
Yep. So let's go in. I believe. Go to pre-order. Do they have it? No, they don't. Let me stop sharing. I'll just Google that.
AWOC Black Mamba.
I walk like a man. I talk like a man.
Is he part
singing
of
tonight? I don't know why I'm feeling so musical.
Let me see if I can find him here.
I'm like that every night.
Here we go. All right. So they have a scale chart too, giving you an idea of how big he's going to be next to other characters. And that's the approximate scale. So he's the biggest AWOC figure to date, part of the Primal series.
I like it.
He's a big boy.
Sure, it's going to be hefty as well. It's probably going to be.
He's a chonky guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be the same size as older.
Oh. So yeah, again, I don't think they have any prototype pictures, but I'm sure in coming weeks we will see some test shots. And oh yeah, Mariano chiming in saying I also like this week's reaction, and the Titan saying I think it's 9 inches tall, maybe, which would make sense because he's basically he's got like maybe like 3 heads taller than a standard figure. But this is a good place to wrap it up for the evening. So we'll go around, start off with T-Man and 978T. What do you got coming up that you want to promote?
I need to review this, but I'm probably not. But I have Silver Ball already filmed, and that's more than likely what's going to happen.
The Legacy Silver Ball?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I could have. Oh, I guess because we talked about it. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you had reviewed it already.
But I have several videos I put up this week. I was trying to get better with putting up videos so YouTube can get me in the good graces of the algorithm again.
You just got to do toy hunts to show that there's nothing in the stores because that's what the people crave.
I've seen some things. Like, I'll usually see one new thing that I think is cool, and then I don't film.
All right, Dave, what do you got in the pipeline?
Getting back to Marvel. I was taking a break from Marvel Legends for a little bit, but I'm probably gonna get back into Marvel Legends again. I hate to say it. I tried recording a video for this guy, and there's just too much to talk about for a figure that came out 2 years ago. So, for those of you watching, it's the Lucky Cat Megazord is cool. Even though I made like a whole freaking special intro for this thing. I kid you not. But I basically wasted a day filming it, and I realized it just wasn't up to standard. So I'm going to try to get back to Marvel Legends. I've got plenty from X-Men 97 and some Iron Man stuff to talk about. And then when that Big Bad Toy Store shipment shows up of M. Bison and Dalsim, even though other people have already reviewed them, I'm sure they don't think the same things I think because I'm an individual. And I was told to say that.
Right. I think T is like his batteries have run out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So here,
back.
Unfortunately, he recorded something just previous to this, just for a moment like this.
Wrap it up, Z. Wrap it up.
All right. All right, well, that takes us to the end of the show. Thanks again to everybody that came in to hang out with us, to escape from the modern world for a little bit, talk some toys. Appreciate each and every one of you. So again, if you haven't already, check out Monday's episode of Figure Reaction with Hella Dope. Good interview there. And also
check
make sure
them
that
out. Check the boys out at Hella Dope.
Give them a like, give them a follow, subscribe,
Buy something.
Yeah. And also, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, check out our Teespring store, and that'll be a wrap. We'll see you guys next Thursday, 9 o'clock. Actually, wait, do we have any other reactions scheduled?
Not yet.
All right. But ring that notification bell so you can stay in the loop. In case you miss us, you'll get that notification to know it's coming. With that, hope everybody has a great rest of their night, an awesome weekend ahead, and we'll see you all next Thursday.
Good night, everybody. Until next time, take care. Peace.